Time to swap it back to the old engine.
Turns out that during the last race of the weekend, after turn 2, another rider passed, pointing at my bike and making some weird hand signals. So immediately I looked down at the dash and noticed that my oil light had come on. Unfortunately, instead of being smart and rolling off the throttle and cutting the engine and getting off track, I decided to make my way all the way around to pits, not knowing what was actually wrong with the engine. Pull the clutch, my engine just completely shuts itself off. And I'm looking down wondering what's going on, and there's my rider school coach shaking his head at me actually and watching me roll by as I try to restart my bike. But once I came to a rolling stop, I got off and took a second to take a look at it. I didn't find anything on this side, but when I looked over on the other side, I noticed all this oil. So the only thing I could do was roll it back to the trailer and get it strapped up. While I was rolling it back, this super nice kid came over and I was showing him the damage and he was asking me what was up. He was nice enough to walk it with me and get me on the trailer and help me strap it up while my brother finished the race, and I waited until he came around to tell him the damages. With all that oil there, lucky that no one wrecked because of me. So don't be like me. Get off the track if someone tells you there's smoke. If you see smoke, get off the track. You don't want to cause any other accidents, possibly from oil or whatever contaminants that you put on the track. That was a majorly dumb mistake by myself. Anyway, we just noticed that, and I just felt sick to my stomach, and all the things going through my head about the time and money spent and the damage I might have caused to my engine. But in the end, there's nothing I can do except for get it out of the frame and break it down. During this breakdown, there were a couple things that we noticed. The first thing was that there was actually still plenty of oil in it. So almost the full amount of oil drained out of it. So I didn't lose that much on the track. So that's probably why nobody hit any of the oil slick. Another weird thing was that there was no coolant. Not good. And probably the reason for the smoke and shutting itself off. It might have overheated, just that's it, is what happened. So we'll break this one down and get it down to the crank and see if I did any damage to any of the bearings or anything. If there's anything I need to do to repair it. In the meantime, I'd like to introduce you to Old Reliable, the original. The engine that was in this frame before I did all this building this engine. It was probably done way too many track weekends before I built my main one, and took quite a bit of beating in all those years. It's actually the engine that was in this frame for those previous years track footage that we've been doing. It's quite a bit weaker and very dirty, but I'm gonna take the time right now to clean it up and going to use it until I get my main one back up and running. I still have a race season to perform, and so I need a quick solution, and this is going to be that quick solution while I wait for parts and time to work on my main one. I plan on getting those parts pretty soon, though, so hopefully my main engine gets back into my frame before too long, because this one is quite a bit slower. There was a noticeable difference when I got my new one into the frame compared to this one. Anyway, putting this one back, we hit a couple snags along the way, some problems with the engine mount bolts. Actually, all last year we had problems with this engine mount bolts because they were just never torqued down. For some reason, they were always just loose, and the engine was never actually bolted into the frame properly. Kind of funny, but we decided we'd fix that snag this time around. Took a little while longer because of that, and we got it done by about nighttime, which is about when anybody gets their engine swaps or rebuilds done to get them tested, so sorry neighbors. Here it is, waking back up and excited to run and start ripping again. After this test ride, I felt like it was going to do just fine, so that was quite a bit for a couple days of work. Only my second time doing an engine swap, so one swap closer to being a pro. As of now, I hate the fact that I'm using my weaker engine, but these engines are pretty easily repairable, so I'll be pretty happy when I get my other engine back up and running. But for now, this one's just gonna have to be the one that gets me through hopefully just a couple races, if not the rest of the season. But as it stands, I'm operational and ready to go. Catch us in our next videos, and we'll take you through the next races of our season. See you then.